Welcome back to Let's Play Neverwinter Nights 2 Original Campaign. This is Big Los.
Yes?
And we're going to talk to Ammon Jerro.
I have allied myself with many of the lower planes throughout my life. And yes, we have had dealings before. Through him, I was able to achieve my goals and learn mysteries long sought lost, especially those concerning the Sword of Gith.
Oh yeah? Where did you get the Sword of Gith?
I see little harm in telling you now. I think there is some measure of trust between us. And if the blade is lost again, then you may need to seek the same sources as I. The lower planes have watched since evil existed, and since before Gith led her rebellion against the Mind Flayers. And when Gith had achieved victory, it is known she went to the lower planes to seek allies, and did not return.
Okay, so you went there in search of answers?
Yes, and one such set of eyes, a Beatazu prince known as the Still Lord, sees much indeed. He lies imprisoned in the lower planes, and he can do little more than watch from his cage. And so I sought him, and he was able to reveal to me the location of the blade.
And he wanted nothing in return.
There was a price, yes, but it was a price I was willing to pay. And it was little more than I had already paid for the service of my other infernal allies. In fact, it is through the Still Lord that I gained the allegiance of Mephazum. For while the Still Lord may not move freely, Mephazum may.
The lower planes do not grant gifts. Surely there must have been some other reason.
Perhaps. But defeating the King of Shadows was my goal, and I needed the blade. But that is all. With that knowledge, I was able to find the blade and carry on the war.
Did you find a trace of Gith?
No. Gith and her blade had become separated. Gith's fate remains a mystery to me, and I did not ask the Still Lord where she walks now.
Okay, let's ask some more questions.
No doubt.
Let's see. What about the ritual purification?
I did, but before I could reach the other statues, the Shadow Reaver arrived. And even with my allies, I could not stand against him. Now each of us bears the necessary pieces of the ritual, and together we are the only ones who can harm him. Like it or not, we need each other if we are to succeed.
Okay, what does your ritual power allow you to do?
The ritual I have gained seems to allow me to create a web of light. Should the King of Shadows split his form into many shadows, such a web is useful. Any shadow spawned from him that enters it will be caged, unable to get out. While such a power has a limited use outside his fortress, it will be necessary for us to beat him.
Those powers don't seem that useful, actually.
It may seem that way, but I believe the closer we get to the King of Shadows, the more use we will get out of them. Here, now, we may only be able to use them once every day before their power is expended. The closer we get to our enemy, we may be able to use them much more, and with a greater effect.
How can the ritual stop the King of Shadows? Oh, never mind. Alright, that should be about it for talking with him. Now we do have this spell chain armor, which is very well suited for Ammon Jerro. I mean, I gave him this Neverwinter 9 tunic, and it's doing pretty well. But his max dex bonus is only 2. And that spell chain's max dex bonus allowed is 2, so it's actually very well suited. So if we equip him, his AC goes up 3 points, as you can see, because it's got +4 armor on it. So I think we're gonna just stick with this for now, with him.
Now, what do you want?
I mean, it's no big surprise that the items that you find around here are suited to Ammon Jerro. Except for that Ring of Regeneration, I'm giving that to the Captain. Now, this Golem's Blade, I'm going to give that to Bishop because he has Monkey Grip, so he can hold it in one hand. And I'll put the Slide Blade away. Let's see. I don't know who I should be giving that to yet, so maybe I'll just put it away for now. Let's see. Tome of Iltkazar. We'll be talking to Grobnar later concerning that. So we can upgrade the construct. I guess we'll leave that out for right now.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have Lorne's Falcon equipped on Bishop. And it's a +3 and it has 1d12 massive criticals, but its base damage is only 2d4. That's because it's a Falcon. Now this Golem's Blade is a greatsword, so its base damage is 2d6. It's also +3, but then it has 1d6 slashing, and it increases your strength by +3, and its massive criticals are 2d6. So that's almost like the 1d12, except the minimum number that you can get on the massive criticals is a 2 instead of a 1. So, in every way, the Golem's Blade is a superior weapon to Lorne's Falcon, so that'll be his main weapon for now.
What's going on?
And if we needed money, we could just sell it, but we don't because we got over 700,000 gold. And we don't need any money. Now we have 30 charges on the staff, and it can have up to 50 charges, so we're going to cast some spells on it to increase its charges. And we cast it on a level 9 spell, which increased the charges to 39, so we're going to do it again. And doing that should increase the charges to 48. So now we are 2 charges away from the maximum. If you go over the maximum, the staff will explode, causing a retributive strike. So since we cast a level 2 spell on it, now the charges are up to maximum. Now you have all of these spells available with this Staff of the Magi. And you can go between the lists, and you can actually break the staff, and however charges you have left on it will increase the power of its retributive strike. So let's go back to Crossroad Keep for now. And I guess we could just talk to Wolf's minion right here and go directly into the courtyard. And here we are. Now we can talk with Sir Nevalle and go on to the next part of the main quest. But for right now, let's first go into the keep proper. So let's go on up here. And then we'll just head on inside. Or you know what? Why don't we... Nah, yeah, let's go on inside. Let's talk to Wolf and have him send us to the basement, so we could talk to Grobnar. Alright, here we are. We could show this Tome of Iltkazar to Grobnar and he can fix up the construct.
Some way I can help?
Yeah, what about this book and the construct?
Oh my word! Yes, yes I can! Let me see what I can do with this. I recited the words, made some adjustments. He seems more powerful somehow.
Too bad we're never going to use him. Alright. So I think that's about as much as we can do with this book for right now, because we've already showed it to Aldenon. I don't know, maybe we could put it in our library later. Wouldn't that be something to have something in your personal library that caused 2 countries to go to war with each other numerous times? What do you want? Oh, you're just running around? Okay. How about you give me a report of the keep? Okay, so we're at 90% right now. We got over 100,000 gold in the keep. Everything seems to be constructed. Alright, I guess that's about it. Let's go and have a chat with Sir Nevalle. Hopefully we won't be treated to another lame cutscene that's just a bunch of screenshots. One that's not even animated. God, what were they thinking when they put that in? Okay, so we're gonna get some reinforcements from Waterdeep, but I wouldn't count on that. What must I do? Hold this keep at all costs until reinforcements arrive. Okay, the keep is ready to stand against the Shadow Army. Okay, so we got 2,000 XP for fortifying Crossroad Keep and for gaining the two alliances, the one with the dwarves and the other with the lizard folk.
My lord, you should rest. Gather your strength.
I must still remain strong. Any sign of weakness now to our own troops, and the King of Shadows will have gained another edge on us. He marches on Crossroad Keep, and it will not be long before his forces are at our gates. But you, Knight Captain, and your efforts here, you have served Neverwinter beyond the call of duty, risking your life not once, but several times without hesitation. If there is anything that I think will be the light against this shadow that comes against us, it is you and the fortress I have granted you. But on to the matters at hand.
What of Waterdeep? Of the Lord's Alliance? Have they answered our call?
Forces from Waterdeep and our other allies are on their way, but I do not know if they will arrive in time.
Nope, they won't arrive in time. It's just us.
I agree. We must defend this keep as if we stand alone.
You must hold this keep against these shadows. You have raised this place with your own hands. Now you must keep it together and lead your men in battle.
Well, that shouldn't be too hard. Alright. I will not fail you, my lord.
We should waste no time. Please meet us in the war room, Captain.
Alright. So now Lord Nasher is in Guyven's room. And the door is locked. I guess we won't be getting in there. Specific key is required to open it. Okay, so I guess that room's closed off. So what happened to Guyven? I don't know. Okay, who's been closing doors? Okay, that's the banquet hall. Oh. Nice, furry animal heads on the wall. Yeah. I think that's the only XP that we got, those 4,000 experience points when we talked to Sir Nevalle. Okay, so here is the war table meeting, whatever thingy, the war council. Alright, so the enemy has been sighted on the outskirts. So, there's a bunch of bridges linking this keep to the far roads. Whoever holds those bridges will control the keep, so we have to devise a plan. What are we gonna do? Let's see. Since when do undead worry about crossing water? So vampires cannot cross without aid, and skeletons and ghouls will be swept away. Then maybe we should just destroy these bridges then. It'll buy us a few days at best. Okay. Well, it's better than nothing. Okay. Let's set out as soon as possible to take care of it. So we have to send a single unit. Okay, I guess we'll have to blow it up some way. Maybe Quora can throw a couple fireballs at the bridges. Oh, they're made of stone, huh? Okay, so that won't work. And after I spent all that money to get them rebuilt too. Oh well, a lot of good that did me. Okay, so I guess we will be doing the blast globe things again. Yep. A peasant's fireball, they called it. Okay, so we gotta, I guess, clear out the way to the bridges so they can bring in these blast globes and destroy the bridges. I guess tactics were pretty much the same all throughout history. Yeah, even today it's crucial to blowing up bridges when you're at war with somebody. So who are we gonna take with this? Archers or fighters? Archers or fighters? Archers or fighters? I guess we'll take fighters. So we'll get 3 fighters with us. And then I think we should take Kelgar because he has some of the best equipment in the game, including that Hammer of Iron Fist. And if you pick the first dialogue option, you gain influence with him, as you do with all the other characters. Same thing with Quora. If you pick the first dialogue option, throwing spells around is exactly what I want you to do. Don't hold back. You gain a point of influence with her too. Now, why are we taking Quora? Because she can put on some pretty good buffs, and she's got some of the best items in the game on her. And I really like the spells that she throws around. Very destructive. Oh, is that supposed to be funny, Bishop? Okay, now you can choose this time to do something within the keep, but if you say that you're ready, then you will be sent there post-haste. So let's go.
Sir, we've arrived at the outskirts. With all the smoke in the air, the enemy can't be far.
Okay, let's do it then. It's go time. Alright, just get behind me, Satan.
So, you've arrived. We have little time, for your men fight for their lives as we speak.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Save your greetings. The enemy may soon hold these bridges. You need to strike swiftly if you are to succeed. I have spent some time observing the battlefield. Though your men fight in the fields, the true test will come at the bridges.
Okay, so what have you seen there?
The enemy has the first bridge well defended. Skeletal archers and shadow priests line the rear, while undead warriors block the bridge itself.
How does the second bridge look?
They have yet to assemble a strong force at the far bridge. But what I have seen may be deceptive. For certain, a shadow reaver is present there. So tread carefully.
Alright, and let's do this thing.
Farewell, then. I will return to the keep. Guard yourself well and move swiftly.
Okay, thanks a lot. You're not coming with us?
My value lies not on the battlefield, no matter how much I wish to remain, Captain. Guard yourself, and return quickly.
Alright, I guess we'll be seeing him again. Alright, let's put on some buffs. And I guess we'll buff up these 3 guys who are with us. And we're back. You know what I learned? These fighters are level 6 fighters and they're chaotic evil. Why would they be chaotic evil if they're Greycloaks? I don't know. But I did use the buffs on the Staff of the Magi to buff us all up, so that will leave Quora with all the rest of her spell uses. And since she used up all of the charges...
What's going on?
I had to give her the bow back again. So she'll just hang back and start shooting or throwing spells. This is a good time to use that Sunburst spell. At this stage of the game, it will be really powerful. Why aren't you... I thought I told you to do Sunburst. It's like it just doesn't listen to me. It's like you gotta keep on one of these characters if you have them cast a spell, otherwise they'll just not do it. So I guess we will just be controlling Quora right now and let Captain Iltkazar just be fighting in battle. Okay. See, that's what I wanted. Okay, so we got some archers here. Looks like they've been able to fend for themselves. Okay, so we are on the north part, and we want to go south. Oh, you're welcome. I didn't realize we were on a first-name basis. Report to Quora, archers, because she's going to be hanging back, so hang back with her. Okay, we're having a little bit of a frame rate slowdown, so let's wait for it to come back up and let's head on out again. Okay, looks like we've got some shadow priests over there and some undead, so let's head on over.
Let's have at it!
We'll attack this shadow priest. We don't really have to worry too much about the skeletons or the ghasts. So we got 3, maybe 4 more archers with us right now.
Well, looks like we have some new targets.
Quora, I want another use of the Sunburst. See, there you go. You're not using it again. Okay, now these guys are a pain in the butt. They like to cast the blade wall right here. You can see it, and your guys will just run into it, you know, without thinking, and they will get themselves killed. They don't have the intelligence to run around the blade barrier, which doesn't make sense. If I was DMing, I would at least give them some intelligence for them not to be running into the blade barrier. But no, not this game. Alright, looks like we took care of the Shadow Priest. We got some treasure bags. We got a wand, a +3 club, and a tower shield. So we got a wand of paralyzation and a wand of the heavens, which the captain can use both of them. Good for opening volleys. Now let's make our way over here. And looks like we got some more shadow priests and some more undead. So I would like another casting of Sunburst. Unfortunately, you gotta get pretty close before she'll even consider casting it. So kind of limited range. Oh, it does really good damage on it. And the Shadow Priest, of course, likes to cast Blade Barrier. Of course, they are vulnerable to sneak attacks because they are human. And looks like we leveled up. Looks like we got a bunch of damage on some of our guys, so maybe we'll heal them up. Right now I want to level up Captain Sabajo as a rogue. And then we will put ranks into everything that we already have ranks in. Except for Sleight of Hand, because we don't have to. Yeah, not that one. Okay. So now we have one more rank to put into something. So what's it going to be? We can bump up one of these ones that are 15 to 16, or one of the ones that are 16 up to 17. Let's see, maybe search or open lock. Either one of those two. Okay, I guess we'll do search. That way we won't have so much trouble finding traps. Very good.
Yeah?
Now let's level up Kelgar as a fighter. And we'll put the ranks into his crafts. And he doesn't get anything else. And then Cora, we will recommend her skills. And then we gotta pick some spells. So we got one level 9, one level 8, and I think that's about it. Okay, so we're gonna pick for level 8. Incendiary Cloud. Actually, that sounds like a good one, actually. Now, we could do Premonition, which would only work on the caster. If we go up to level 9, if we do Shades on ourselves, it's like casting Premonition, Protection from spells, and Shield all at the same time. And if you cast it on an enemy, it's a Delayed Blast Fireball. And if you cast it on the ground, it's a Summoned Creature 8. So you basically get 3 spells out of 1 Shades. Now, Bigby's Crushing Hand is a very useful spell. Unfortunately, it only affects 1 enemy. So I think we'll pick Shades. And then for level 8, instead of picking Premonition, because we have the equivalent of Premonition now, let's do Incendiary Cloud. Great. Alright, so that's about it. Now we just gotta wait here for this blade barrier to dissipate. There it goes.
I could do that.
Now we should really heal these guys up. Let's get these treasure bags while we're here. Okay, we got a healer's kit. Maybe we can use that on somebody. What do you... Oh, there's a skeleton over there, huh? You know what? How about if you go over there and then maybe the captain can... Maybe I should have just picked archers instead of fighters. That way they wouldn't run into battle and like run into a blade barrier. Alright, let's do these healer kits on some of these guys. Alright. Uh-oh. Looks like Kelgar triggered a trap.
Looks like we have company.
How fitting. How about if we get ourselves surrounded by skeletons, and then we'll use this Hammer of Iron Fists to do an electrical. I guess that did some damage. It wasn't really anything spectacular. Alright guys, watch out for the blade barriers. We got 2 of them here. I know you guys are idiots and we'll run into them. Yep. Guys, summoned creatures get unsummoned when you die. Yeah, you just... all you guys stay over there. Notice all my fighters have died because they ran into the blade barriers. Let's see. Let's throw a fireball at these guys. No, Kelgar. Do not run into the fireball. There you go. Now you can attack. Yep, and that should about do it. So let's get these treasure bags. Alright, so we got a ring and a gem. And some gold. Okay. Now, that's the way forward, but we're actually going to go back here. Now, why are we going to go back here? Because there's a bunch of undead and a couple of shadow priests that we're going to take care of.
What's going on?
So, Quora, I think I'm going to need you to do another sunburst again on these skeletons. Actually, why don't we do a firebrand? We haven't used that in a while. Hey, stop flanking Kelsey. Hey. At least these archers won't run into that stupid blade barrier. Just die already, you guys. You are no match for me. Oh, so this is the supply dump for an enemy army, huh? They were guarding coffins. I'm free to take the items, huh? And I get 500 XP for discovering the supply area for the armor. Alright, so we got 3 bolts of fire and a gem. Give those to Quora. And then we got a Cloak of Movement, Greater Brawler's Belt, and a Spear. What does this do? It just gives you freedom of movement? Blah. Okay, and we already have a Greater Brawler's Belt.
Yes.
Quora is the one wearing it.
I believe so.
So I guess we could sell those items later if we wanted to. Let's just put them in the bag. In fact, let's put most of this stuff that we found back in the bag. I think at this point, money doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Now, you can see there is a bunch of coffins. There are a bunch of coffins around here. Every time you click on one, you open it up, and a vampire comes out. And the sun sets them on fire. So we don't really have to fight these guys. And every time one of them comes out and catches on fire, and they're going to run around for a while, then they're going to burn up and die, and you get 200 XP for it.
Yes.
Okay, so we got some bolts of frostbite. Oh, looks like stone skin wore off on Kelgar.
Well now, what do you want?
Yeah, let's give him that. And then he'll heal himself up. Okay, so what do we get? A Firebolt Scroll, a Great Sword +2, and Blessed Weapon. Vampire Mage. Aye! Haha. Okay, so we gotta give that one to Casimir. Iron Body, I don't know if Sand has that one in his spellbook, so I'm just gonna put it in for right now. Now we can't cast Fireball, technically, if we don't have a use magic device failure. Nope, we looted that crate. Let's let these guys out, let them run around for a while. Okay, we got Bolt of Piercing, some Ice Arrows, Potion of Lore. Give those bolts to Cora. And we got some Bolts of Lightning and 3 Scrolls. Now I'm pretty sure that Sand has all of those. I know he has that one, so we'll give that to
carrying
Cora.
all this stuff.
Shape change. You know, maybe he doesn't have that one. Etherealness, he might have that one, but it's better to double check. So we're gonna put those into the bag
Let me lead the way.
before we
you
give
follow
them to Cora.
behind.
Let's see, what is weighing you down, girl? Okay, well you are carrying 2 necklaces that you're not wearing, so why don't you put those into your bag? Okay, that should about do it.
I believe so.
Give you enough room. Alright. Let all the rest of these vampires out. Oh, I'm sorry, did I do that? Oh, my bad. Haha. Alright, so I think we got about almost 2,000 XP for letting all these guys out. Well, that's pretty good. Plus, we won't have to fight them later. Actually, we will have to fight some vampires later. But, pretend you didn't hear that. Okay, so why don't we continue this in the next episode, since it is getting pretty high up on the time. This is Big Los signing off. Thanks for watching. See you in the next episode. And, tengo un buen día.